Hello everyone, welcome back to Nigerian View. So guys, let's talk about the confraternity war that is currently going on in the city of Benin between Black Ass and Maphite. This war has been going on for quite some time now. It is gradually becoming an infinity war. For the past 3 days, a couple of people have been brought down in that city and some people have also sustained bullet injury. The members of Eiye have also been dragged into this confraternity war. In this video, I am going to explain to you guys what has been going on, how the members of Eiye were dragged into this confraternity war, and I will explain to you guys the people that were brought down, who they are, who brought them down, and the circumstances that is surrounding how this whole thing happened. But before I get into the video, there is something that I quickly want to address because there is a trend that I have noticed and the trend seems to be increasing. I know a lot of people are not going to like when I talk about this, but I want to point out that this is not about any confraternity. This is just about some individuals that are doing this. So if you get angry because of what I am about to say, then you might be one of the individuals that are doing it, and that is the reason you get angry. So I have noticed that a lot of confraternity members, immediately they say that something is being posted in their platform, in their WhatsApp platform or their group. Immediately they say that something is being posted, they believe it immediately. A lot of confraternity members does not have time to investigate or to even try to find out if what they have seen on the platform is truth. And it seems like a lot of confraternity members have noticed this and they have used this opportunity to be posting false informations into their various confraternity groups, basically feeding their members with lies, knowing that their member would believe anything that is being posted on the group. For example, about 7 days ago, on the 23rd of August 2023, there was a clash between members of Eiye and jurists right there in Benin City in a very popular area called Opa. It is said that on that very 23rd of August, a member of jurists was shot at in the face by a member of Eiye. However, the jurist member did not go down because it is said that the young man have automobile. But the picture that was circulating the internet, the face of the young man, you could see some splash of blood. Now, after this happened, there was a voice note that went viral saying that 2 members of Eiye were brought down in Opa, right there in Benin City. Immediately, I heard this voice note. I decided to still go ahead and do a little bit of investigation. Come to find out, nothing like that happened. No member of Eiye was brought down during the clash between jurists and Eiye. The person that made that voice note saying that the members of jurists brought down 2 Eiye members, the person lied just to pass false information. And when you try to tell people that this update is not real, it's a false update, and these people have seen this update on their platform, they are going to argue with you that you really don't know what you're saying just because they saw it in their platform. And this basically happens in all the confraternity platforms. So with that out of the way, let's dive into today's video. So, as most of you already know, the clash between Black Ass and Maphite in Benin City has resurfaced again about 3 days ago as someone is said to have been brought down. Now, I don't want to go back to the beginning on how this whole thing started. I am sure that most of you that are on this platform know when it started and how it started. So, I am going to continue from the last time I posted a video about this particular clash. You see, after these 2 groups have clashed and a lot of people is said to have been brought down from both sides, then these 2 men that you are seeing on your screen were brought down. They are known as Schoolboy and Emma Sexy. And these young men are said to be members of Maphite that were brought down by some Black Ass members. And after these young men were brought down, the commissioner of police in Edo State called the leaders of both groups and some other leaders from other confraternities in an attempt to settle the problem between these 2 groups. And they deliberated on different topics that is causing this problem, and at the end of the day, they couldn't resolve the problem. So the commissioner of police had told them to cease fire, nobody kill anybody in the city of Benin until they are able to find common ground to settle the matter. So the leaders of both groups agreed to the ceasefire, and the very next day after the ceasefire was announced, this young man that you are currently seeing on your screen was brought down around Oluku, close to terminal, according to how it was explained. Now this young man is known as a Makalaba. Some people call him a Japan, and he was brought down by some young men who are said to be members of Maphite after the ceasefire. So when this happened, the commissioner of police called the leaders again the very next day, and he was saying that he doesn't understand why there is still shooting in his city after he had told them that there should be ceasefire until they are able to find a common ground to settle the problem between both parties. And he told them for the second time that there should be a ceasefire in the city of Benin. Nobody kill anybody. But at this point, it was already obvious that these young men in the streets are not going to respect the ceasefire, because the streets started talking that this is not going to work. So after they had pronounced the second ceasefire, the Black Ass Hit Squad pulled a hit on a young man in a place that is close to the University of Benin. And according to how it was explained, they pulled a hit on the young man in a place called Ekosodin Junction. And luckily for the young man, he was able to run with a bullet that was in his body. It is said that he ran to his mother's house, and they were able to take him to an unknown location to receive treatment. After this happened, there were a lot of people that believed that the young man went down, but in reality, the young man did not go down. Now, what had happened, or rather, what caused the confusion that a lot of people believed that that particular young man went down, is because there was a member of Maphite that was battling with illness. A member of Maphite was sick, and he was in the hospital for some time. And on that very day that the Black Ass Hit Squad pulled a hit on the young man that is said to be a member of Maphite close to University of Benin, that same day, a member of Maphite that has been sick is said to have passed on in University of Benin Teaching Hospital, UBTH. So his members started posting RIP to him, and a lot of people saw this and they were thinking that it is the young man that was fired at that his members are posting RIP to. But in reality, the person that they were posting RIP to, the young man was sick for quite some time and he couldn't make it, so his members posted RIP to pay their respect to him. The young man that was fired at, he survived it and he received treatment. So a lot of people mixed these two things together, and it became another type of misinformation. Now, after this had happened, a lot of people started traveling, especially in that Oluku area, which is the best thing to do in that situation, because they had called for the first ceasefire and a Makalaba was brought down. They called for the second ceasefire and a young man was pulled a hit on around University of Benin. So when this happened, you would expect a lot of people that have common sense to start traveling. So people traveled. So this happened about last month or 2 months ago, if I am not mistaken. And you will also expect that since the city is now kind of calm, then people will start coming back from the place they traveled to. And also, the members of Maphite did not like how the leader of Maphite handled this entire situation of the confraternity clash between Black Ass and Maphite. So they have removed the person that was the leader of Maphite and they installed someone else who they believe is more capable of leading the group. They believe that the young man will be able to do something better than the person that was the former leader, and they didn't really like how the young man handled the entire confraternity war, especially after Schoolboy was brought down. So they changed the leader of the confraternity and they put in a new leader. Now, 3 days ago, there was a news that came stating that this young man was brought down around University of Benin in an area called Obiogie. I'm going to put the name on the screen in case I did not pronounce it well. And when this news came, the NV family will be all discussing about because of a TikTok girl that had leaked. And the next thing that happened was that the news just came that someone has been brought down close to University of Benin. And this young man is popularly known as Biggie. He is a member of Maphite, and he was brought down by some young men who are said to be members of Black Ass. And they said this also happened close to Terminal. And if you remember, Calabar is said to have been brought down also close to that terminal. A lot of people were trying to connect dots, saying that it is the Calabar people that went to pull the hit. And this is according to words on the streets. And as you guys know, the streets is always talking. So after this young man was brought down, it went viral immediately. And after this happened, the Maphite hit squad had pulled a hit on a member of Black Ass in GRA Benin City. And I asked questions around. I was told that the distance between these two places are very far, between University of Benin and GRA. They said the distance is large. It is basically two different areas in Benin City. So after the Maphite member had pulled a hit on the member of Black Ass, the young man did not go down, but the bullet had hit his hand and also hit his girlfriend. And there is a video and pictures about this. I'm going to post the videos and pictures of everything that had happened in the NV family Telegram and also in the NV family WhatsApp. I know that most of you have already seen everything, but I am just going to post it there for reference purpose. So fast forward to yesterday. A young man was said to have been brought down close to New Benin. They said it happened at 3rd Cemetery Junction, New Lagos Road, close to New Benin, and the people that live in Benin will be able to understand this location. So the young man that was brought down is said to be a member of Black Ass, and he was said to have been brought down by some Maphite members. However, few hours after the young man was brought down, another update came that it was Eiye members that brought down the member of Black Ass. The Maphite members have claimed that they are the one that brought down the Black Ass member, and the Eiye members have denied that they had no hands in the bringing down of that Black Ass member. The Eiye members have also said that they don't want anyone to drag them into this confraternity war. They don't want to lose any of their members. They don't want to participate in the confraternity war. They said if the hit squad of both groups are rolling looking for each other and they mistakenly see a member of Eiye in the process, they should try to avoid the member of Eiye and just let the young man go his way. They said they don't want to be involved in this confraternity war, and they are not the one that brought down the member of Black Ass. However, there is a voice note that went viral that I am going to play for you guys, and after this voice note, I will come back to tell you guys what happened.
Ask me, generally, the matter not really be passed. I also get updates from one of my lawyer Drew. One of my very loyal Drew, because the brother will be, he got a younger brother will be Mav. So that one now too, they always give that Drew the access to that bongo. They get to that MX will be younger brother, they get access to his phone. So and that younger brother they bust on many code. Now the letter they know say man, no be the wrong that matter. Say na Eiye and the go that matter regarding the recent matter we play with the tail lights now from the former Ibaka. If the so na Eiye go round that matter, me put across to confirm. Now vital updates. This Drew now Drew be say me they give me update on the stair. So now I have a conversation before you come pull me online. So me still confirm now it be run this matter.
So you have heard what the young man said, saying that it was Eiye members that went to pull that hit, bringing down a member of Black Ass. Even as Eiye have said that they don't have a hand in what happened, and Maphite had said that they are the one that pulled the hit, that it is not Eiye. They said it was Maphite that pulled the hit. But Black Ass believed that it was Eiye that pulled the hit, and that same yesterday night, another young man was brought down in a place called Mission End. Some people said it is Mission End and some people said it is Upper Mission. So I don't know if it is the same street that have different name. I really don't know, but some people just said it happened at Upper Mission and some said it happened in Mission End. Now let's clarify something, because I was asking question and they told me that Upper Mission is different from Upper. So the people that live in Benin will understand. Like, there are too many areas in Benin City that I had to literally write these things down so that I will not forget. As I'm talking to you, I am looking at the paper that I write the name of the areas, because there are too many areas in Benin City. So the young man that was brought down at Mission End is said to be a member of Eiye, and this young man was brought down by members of Black Ass according to what is on the street. So the street is talking that Black Ass members went to pull a hit on member of Eiye right there at Mission End. The Eiye members still maintain that they are not the one that pulled a hit on members of Black Ass. And today, this morning, another young man was said to have been brought down in Oloko area, and the young man was brought down by some young men that are said to be members of Black Ass. So you can see that the confraternity war is becoming something else. So Benin City is basically on fire right now, and they have also tumbled the Benin City. From the explanation that got to me, the confraternity war has spread all over the city of Benin. It is no longer around Uluku alone. It is said to have also spread to New Benin, Upper Mission, and also GRA, as someone was also fired at about 3 days ago. So these places that I just named, it is said that it is basically the entire city. So if you live in Benin City, I would advise you to hide your head, and if you can travel, that would be the best thing, because that is basically the best way for you to save your lives. Anyway, you are watching Nigerian View.